Our first lesson is from the prophet Daniel. When the king heard this report, he was very unhappy. He decided to rescue Daniel and did everything he could to save Daniel before the sun went down. But these men all ganged together and came and said to the king, "You must realize, your majesty, that the law of Media and Persia, including every law and edict the king has issued, cannot be changed." So the king gave the order, and they brought Daniel and hurled him into the pit of lions. The king said to Daniel, "Your God, the one you serve so consistently, will rescue you." A single stone was brought and placed over the entrance to the pit. The king sealed it with his own ring and with those of his princes, so that Daniel's situation couldn't be changed. The king then went home to his palace and fasted through the night. No pleasures were brought to him, and he couldn't sleep. At dawn, at the first sign of light, the king rose and rushed to the lion's pit. As he approached it, he called out to Daniel, worried, "Daniel, servant of the living God, was your God, the one who you serve so consistently, able to rescue you from the lions?" And then Daniel answered the king, "Long live the king! My God sent his messenger, who shut the lions' mouths. They haven't touched me because I was judged innocent before my God. I haven't done anything wrong to you either, your majesty." The king was thrilled. He commanded that Daniel be brought up out of the pit, and Daniel was lifted out. Not a scratch was found on him, because he trusted in his God. Hear what the Spirit is saying to God's people. Thanks be to God. Creator God, we praise your name in every land throughout the earth. Eternal One, ruler of our hearts, your character is widely known both near and far. You shine brilliantly. Babies gurgle and coo your praises. They silence the naysayers and atheists and proclaim your power. Creator God, we praise your name in every land throughout the earth. Every time we look at the marvels of creation, the shimmering moon and twinkling stars, it makes us wonder why you pay attention to us, why you claim us as your own. Yet we also know that our existence is miraculous. We are made in your image and are fit places for you to dwell. Creator God, we praise your name in every land throughout the earth. You have put us in charge of creation and called us to be caretakers of all animals, both wild and domestic. You have called us to wisely govern everything that flies in the air and swims in the ocean. Creator God, we praise your name in every land throughout the earth. Our second lesson is from the book of Hebrews. It was appropriate for God, for whom and through whom everything exists, to use experiences of suffering to make perfect the pioneer of salvation. This salvation belongs to many whom God's leading to glory. This is because the one who makes people holy and the people who are being made holy all come from one source. That is why Jesus isn't ashamed to call them family when he says, "I will publicly announce your name to God. I will praise you in the middle of the assembly." He also says, "I will rely on God," and also, "Here I am with the children whom God has given me." Therefore, since the children share in flesh and blood, Jesus also shared the same things in the same way. He did this to destroy the one who holds the power over death, the devil, by dying. He set free those who were being held in slavery their entire lives by their fear of death. Of course, he isn't trying to help angels, but rather he's helping Abraham's descendants. Therefore, he had to be made like his beloved in every way. This was so that he could become a merciful and faithful high priest in things relating to God, in order to wipe away the sins of the people. He's able to help those who are being tempted, since he himself experienced suffering when he was tempted. Hear what the Spirit is saying to God's people. Thanks be to God. The Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Now after the shepherds had left, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, "Get up, take the child and his mother, and flee to Egypt, and remain there until I tell you, for Herod is about to search for the child to destroy him." Then Joseph got up, took the child and his mother by night, and went to Egypt, and remained there until the death of Herod. This was to fulfill what had been spoken by the Lord through the prophet, "Out of Egypt I have called my son." When Herod saw that he had been tricked by the wise men, he was infuriated, and he sent and killed the children in and around Bethlehem, who were 2 years old or under, according to the time that he had learned from the wise men. Then was fulfilled what had been spoken through the prophet Jeremiah. A voice was heard in Ramah, wailing and loud lamentation, Rachel weeping for her children. She refused to be consoled because they are no more. When Herod died, an angel of the Lord suddenly appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt and said, "Get up, take the child and his mother, and go to the land of Israel, for those who are seeking the child's life are dead." Then Joseph got up, took the child and his mother, and went to the land of Israel. But when they heard that Archelaus was ruling over Judea in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there. And after being warned in a dream, he went away to the district of Galilee. And there he made his home in a town called Nazareth, so that what had been spoken through the prophets might be fulfilled. He will be called a Nazarene. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ.